What's up, y'all? Welcome back, man. So it's late night show, late night D-Friend Daily. I got a lot of shit to do tomorrow. So that's why the show tonight is extremely late. Like, I guess the past couple of shows have been really late as well. So tonight's show is also going to be very late. So if you catch us in the morning when you wake up, you catch us right now while you awake, I appreciate you being here with me. I appreciate your support. So today, we got a couple things to get into, right? As you can see by the title, Kanye is, it should say, I'm going to say is Kanye West manipulating black media. That's the premise of what I want to discuss before we get into everything else that I got. Because I want to give Kanye West the benefit of the doubt, right? But it just feels like another one of those times where it's Kanye rollout time and it's not really, let me turn this a little bit. It feels like it's more Kanye rollout time, so it's more like antics for a rollout than anything else. So we'll get into that. We'll talk about that. We also got to look into this thing by this like, I didn't even know there was people, like there's people that are hired to watch people's shows. So this guy compiled, salute Harrison, Walter Ken Library, you speak facts, you should have more subs. I appreciate you. We working on that. We got to, once I'm consistent, I got it. I'm on. But there's people that are hired to watch every Joe Rogan episode to find things that they can expose to Twitter. There's a guy that's his job at Media Matters. We'll get into that. We'll watch that. We'll watch Joe Rogan's 7 most hateful things that he's done in the past year and a half to try to show that he really hasn't changed since the N-word controversy. Because it's just like, when I saw that was somebody's actual job title. They get paid to watch Joe Rogan and find the worst things. I was shocked. I was surprised. But obviously, that's a real thing. So, anyways, before we get into it, I wanted to say something to the people that fuck with me. Like I said, if you're watching live or you're watching the replay, I got an invite from Fox Soul, right? An invite from Fox Soul, the Fox's subsidiary. Soul is like black people, Fox, They hit me up, they emailed me and said, hey, we want you to come on to our show. It's something with Tammy Mack. We discuss hard-hitting black issues. And this Wednesday, we're going to be discussing Colin Kaepernick. Not really Colin Kaepernick, but NFL isn't modern-day slavery, because I guess they saw my NFL modern-day slavery video that I made about Colin Kaepernick's Netflix show. And they hit me up, they emailed me, but unfortunately, I can't make it. I got things to do. Baby things are happening. So I just thought that to me, I ain't gonna lie, like new media shit, you really care about new media. You don't really care too much about like the older legacy media things, like, oh, they want to fuck with you or they want to watch you. But when you see a network, it's not the biggest. I get more views than that Fox Soul thing that they want me on. But it was still one of things like, damn, people are actually watching my shit. So I thought that was cool. I hit up the lady. And I said, if y'all have anything in the future, I wouldn't mind coming on and being a panelist on a Fox Soul broadcast. So maybe potentially you might see your boy on Fox Soul sooner rather than later. But let's get to it. Let's not waste no time. So Kanye West has been doing his thing, right? And I want to preface this with, I love Kanye West. I think he's an amazing artist. I think I love people that say they're going to do something and they end up doing it, right? And that's what I think of. I think of someone like Kanye West. He says, I'm going to get into fashion, gets into fashion, and then does it at the highest level. I'm going to get into this. He does it highest level. I'm going to be a billionaire, becomes the richest black man in America. Amazing, right? But this Kim Kardashian thing, to me, it just feels a little bit more like a media ploy than something that's actually happening, right? So the thing with Kanye West is that he's trying to control his narrative, which I have no problem people trying to control their narrative, right? But my thing is, he's saying the Kardashians are doing something, but from my view, now you can tell me if I'm wrong, but from my vantage point, the only time I see people talking about Kanye, divorce, Kim, this, that, is when Kanye's posting on Instagram. I haven't seen a leaked story about Kanye being crazy or anything in this instance, not saying from the past, talking about in this specific time period of Kanye West, Kim Kardashian, divorce, Julie Fox, Pete Davidson. I haven't seen it. Not saying it's not out there, but I haven't seen it. The only things I've seen about this is because Kanye is posting about it. So he posted this a couple of days ago. Right? I was going to record about this yesterday, but me and Bryce got on the podcast to discuss the Joe Rogan shit in depth. So appreciate you. So I'm going to read this thing all over again. I'm going to read this all over again. Anyways. Yesterday, Kim accused me of putting a hit on her, so let me get this straight. I begged to go to my daughter's party, and I'm accused of being on drugs. Then I go play with my son and take my Akira graphic novels, and I'm accused of stealing. Now I'm being accused of putting a hit on her. These ideas can actually get someone locked up. They play like that with black men's lives, whether it's getting them free or getting them locked up. I'm not playing about my black children anymore. Any of these things that Kanye West said, like, just be honest with me. Any things Kanye said, have you seen anybody else say these things but him? So that's why I'm just confused on the part where Kim and the Kardashians are in a cabal with the media to get Kanye and make him look crazy, when Kanye West is the only one that's putting out this information. I never seen nobody say that Kanye was on drugs at Chicago's party. I never seen nobody say that he was stealing from the mansion. I never see nobody say that Kanye was going to try to put a hit on Kim. I didn't see TMZ post that. I didn't see people post that. I didn't see E say, sources say Kanye's trying to put a hit on Kim. I seen Kanye post that. So I just get confused when Kanye says there's a media misconception about him when he's the one putting out most of the media stories. And then people on internet and Instagram, like I say, on the academics page or on this person's page. Am I still muted? I can't still be muted. I know I was muted earlier, but I still can't be muted. Let me check real quick. Okay, I'm not muted anymore. All right, anyways. It's like a slight delay when y'all say muted when I'm talking. But anyways, I see Kanye post this shit. So my thing is, like, he's putting out their own perception on himself, so I don't understand what the narrative is about other people putting narratives on him. But then he also went on to say something like this. He said, this is an example of Kim's cousin agreeing with me about TikTok, then proceeding to ask me for some Yeezys afterwards. Her other cousin, Kara, called me saying she agreed with me. Then she said she'd speak out publicly, which she never did. Then she suggests I take medication. My dad didn't have money or a public voice when my mom destroyed me in his relationship. I do this for every parent on either side whose kids' futures are being one-sidedly controlled. I don't even have the right to get angry as a father without being called erratic. I gave that family the culture. If they as a whole unit keep playing games with me, I will take that culture back. A father should never have to beg for the location of their child. If Kim is really keeping the kids from Kanye, I don't have a problem with a man wanting to see his kids. A man should want to be a kid. We should be excited that Kanye, as the most or the richest black man in America, wants to be an active part of his children's life. I have no issue with that. But my only thing is, I don't understand where the narratives are being pushed against Kanye that he's not putting out himself. He's exposing these text messages. He is. He's sharing the text message from the cousins. Right? And I get it. He's trying to control his narrative. He's trying to show that other people agree with him on the TikTok shit. I get it. He's sending Larry Jackson, the head of music at Apple, send me Kim's number. He's posting that shit. And this isn't the first time he's done this. He does this every time some shit's about to come out. That's why I'm skeptical about this entire black media thing. Right? So, if you didn't know, Kanye held a black futures brunch, right? So we need to invest in black media. Ye takes first step in building Black Future Month movement. Co-hosted by Hollywood Unlocked owner Jason Lee. Sundays, the Future Brunch brought together a think tank of 50 Black journalists and media executives. So after redeclaring Black History Month as Black Future Month via Instagram on February 1st, Kanye debuted the Future Brunch on Sunday. The first step in his mission to make his declaration a substantial movement instead of a social media moment. Co-hosted by Hollywood Unlocked Jason Lee, the brunch brought together a think tank of 50 Black journalists and media executives. This is the future, Ye said in his opening remarks to the group. Gathered together inside a skylit warehouse in downtown LA, there is no looking backward, only forward. After screening a short underscoring his introductory comments, a town hall discussion ensued to pinpoint and discuss vital ways to further amplify Black voices and the Black culture narrative. Moderated by Lee and Michelle Mitchell, Strategic Communities Program Manager, Media Partnerships at Meta, the insightful conversation centered on various topics and issues: Black equity and ownership, evaluating the culture, eliminating cancel culture, redefining and humanizing Black voices in media, and storytelling, ensuring a bright future for the next generation, and the metaverse. So, me and Virgil believed in Black design, invoking the name of the late Louis Vuitton designer. Now we need to invest in Black media. Added Lee, today's conversation with all the most powerful Black people in media, and Ye was a moment that will define an unstoppable movement. So among the invited guests is BT exec. It's a whole bunch of people. Anybody that's Black, that's in a high-ranking position in media, they were there. So we got James Dubois from Amazon. We got Amber Raspberry from, she's from Amazon. James Dubois is from Fox Soul. Salute to Fox Soul. Spotify creator, director of music, Carl Cherry, Vibe staff writer, as well as journalists from Billboard, Essence, Ebony. So every Black media or somebody in Black media was at this thing, right? So I watched a video of a guy who was describing this meeting. He was like, "Oh, it was great. We had a bunch of execs around, and Kanye West brought us all together, and it's a moment." I just can't help but feel Kanye is using Black media. Now I want to give him the benefit of the doubt because, like I said, and I don't want to disparage it, but if he goes forthwith with actually pursuing this, this is a very, very important thing that he's doing. I cannot understate that whatsoever. If he's truly wanting to invest in Black media, not for any selfish reason, not to get favorable media coverage, but to actually push Black media to the forefront, I can't do nothing but throw my hands up and say, salute to you, brother. But if he is doing this to use Black media, because I feel like as a media or a conglomerate, Black media is looked down upon. They are kind of thrown to the side. They're kind of like, we don't really care about this place. We want to go to E. We want to go to GQ. We want to go to Vote. We want to go to all these other things, right? All the white things. And anytime a marginalized group feels like they're being appreciated by especially a figure like Kanye, I feel like they kind of open up themselves to allow him to do anything, right? That's how I look at it. So I'm hoping he's not using this moment to use them for his fight with the Kardashians. Because I said this earlier, like, we know in the Black community, especially social media platforms, most people are going to ride with Kanye over the Kardashians. People, I don't know about the organizations, but people in the comments, when they hear a Black man can't be with his kids because a white woman, he's bringing race into it and everything like that. See my Black children. He's not saying that for no reason. He's saying that for a reason. He's saying, I want to see my Black children, a Black father. This is what they do to Black men. He's doing it because we know that race is a very, it's a real thing, but it's also a triggering thing. I.e., the Joe Rogan COVID didn't work. Now let's get racism. They know it's something that lights a fire under Black people. So that's why I say I hope he's not using Black media as his, like Malcolm X said, as his political or now media attack dogs. That's what I don't hope. Now, I'm not trying to disparage Black media, like, they're just going to be gullible. But like I said, when you have a group who's constantly feels like they've been overlooked, mishandled, misused, and they have a superstar like Kanye come in and show them love, it would only be natural for you to want to embrace him in this moment because you feel like, damn, now we're seen. Now we matter more. You know what I'm saying? Like, they matter. I don't watch nothing but Black media outlets, right? But Well, I'm not only watch. I watch everybody, but I still watch all these places, Hollywood Unlocked, all these things, Ball Alert, Shade Room, whatever. But my thing is, I just hope Kanye isn't using them for his own selfish agenda against the Kardashians. Kind of like, hey, let's fight white media with black media. I'll use you guys. You guys are on my side. You give me favorable coverage. Moving forward, because I'm investing in black media, I'm doing this thing. I was watching the guy who said he was at the brunch. He said that Jason, this is what he said. Jason Lee is going to be the head of Kanye West. He's trying to create a media company. So he's kind of like going like that Donald Trump route. Like, you know, we know media is powerful, especially in entertainment, especially to control the people. We know media is the way to go. Kanye West got the money. He got the power. Now, if he can get the media, he got all the Infinity Stones. And like I said, I'm only saying this because it feels like every time album rollout comes, he pushes certain things. He goes for things. Hey, let's do this, let's do that, let's do this. And then I'm afraid that once Donda drops and once the documentary drops, he's going to be gone. He's going to be off to what he's going to go back with Julia Fox or back with whoever he's with, the Kim Kardashian look like. Whoever he's with, he's going to go do his own thing. And then when the album comes back out again, you know, bring it back full circle, then once again, we're back. Hey, guys, I love you. I see you. I appreciate you. So this is me just good wishing that even after his music drops, he'll continue to still want to be a part of and push black media. And to give him credit, he's only done interviews so far, from what I've seen, with black media, right? He's only done Drink Champs. And I'm talking about this new cycle, Drink Champs. And I believe the only other interview he did was with Jason Lee on Hollywood Unlocked. So it seems like a good start, but we've seen a lot of album rollout Kanye antics, Kanye moments that eventually will just fizzle off. The same thing how I feel with him making Antonio Brown the president of Donda Sports. It just feels like a moment thing. It feels like Antonio Brown is one of those guys that's been thrown to the side. And I'm not saying that a brother that's been thrown to the side, just leave him to the side, but it feels like a take advantage moment. That's what it feels like. But he can always prove me wrong by after the album drops, after the documentary drops, continue on with this big, like he's putting together these conglomerates. He got all the big black media corporations, at least in LA. They're sitting in this fucking triangle thing, looking like they're on the spaceship, Darth Vader ship, whatever the fuck. It's dark as hell. It's all black. It's like, you know, Illuminati meeting all over again. So that's all. That's what I hope happens with Kanye West, black media. I hope that he continues to push it. I just hope it's not a moment right now because, you know, I got this shit going on Kardashians. I want you guys to help me with my narrative. And then once my album drops, I know the album's going to be fucking amazing. I've seen people talking about who the features are. He was out with Drake last night. He was out with Future. He was out with Travis. He was out with all his people. He got a video with Fabio, Alicia Keys. Like, I know the album's going to be great. The music is going to be amazing. Kanye never disappoints on the music. I just hope that whatever he's pumping into these black media people, he don't just pump their head up with air and then his music drops, it leaves them high and dry. That's all I'm thinking about. So that's all I got on Kanye. And the possible, right? It's still up in the air. The possible manipulation of black media figures and black media people, right? So, what was this? Kanye claims what? I don't know. This is the thing I was talking about here. But anyways, this is what I was talking about before. So we already know what's been going on with Rogan. Cancel him, get him out of here, fire him. We hate him. He's a racist, whatever, right? So I just I wasn't even going to talk about this Rogan shit no more, but I honestly just happened to stumble upon this, and it shocked me. Because I didn't know there's people that are actually out here running around having a job title like this. So this guy's name is Alex Patterson. We're going to get to the videos at the bottom. Hopefully they don't flag me. Hey, if y'all see this thing says stream no longer, whatever, make sure y'all comment in the chat so I know, because I'm going to just be playing shit and I'm going to be looking like an idiot that the shit ain't playing no more. But anyways, his title says LGBTQ researcher and Joe Rogan watchdog at Media Matters. He, him, opinions dancing on my own, right? So Media Matters is an organization that they pretty much go after people, progressive watchdogs. They watch, like, They literally watch, like, if this guy's a Joe Rogan watchdog, this just tells me they have watchdogs everywhere. They look at people on all fronts. Oh, shit. Hold on. I got a super chat. We need to start competing. I like it. We need to take the ball and run with it. However, Ye is a Gemini and can be indecisive. He is a manipulator. I just hope it's not a manipulation thing. I hope it's like he's really genuine into investing into black media, right? Because I was listening to a Malcolm X speech the other day. I've been watching a lot of Malcolm X speeches lately. And he was saying that, and this was back in the 60s. He was saying that, black people can't have dignity in just wanting to be a part of things. A man in a community have dignity and respect when they create their own. So if Kanye is willing to use his massive fortune to push black media websites, salute to that brother, because that is a good that he is doing, right? Because I saw a person post today, let me go back to this main screen. I saw a person post today, like, these black media organizations, right? We got BET, we got Oprah Winfrey Network, we got Black News Channel. And you look at the heads of these places, no black people own these things. There's a white guy over here, a white lady over here, and the guy who owns the Black News Channel, I think it's the same guy that owns the Jacksonville Jaguars. I believe he's an Indian man. I believe he's an Indian man. So like I said, like you said in the comment, if he is really about it, salute. I would never shit on somebody for wanting to do that. But I just hope it's not a manipulation tactic. But anyways, back to Alex Patterson, LGBTQ researcher and Joe Rogan watchdog at Media Matters. They got people running around actually watching every Joe Rogan episode looking for something to complain about. Think about that's how privileged Americans are, that we have people that have jobs that just watch other people's podcasts to complain to Twitter about and try to get them canceled. Because best believe, this isn't a thing we just want to hold somebody accountable. No. Media Matters, they want to get you canceled. Media Matters, they want to get your advertisers pulled. They're not there just to, let's hold him accountable. Let's see what he says. No. When you have an organization that hires people just to watch people's podcasts to find bad things they say, they are not a good organization. So I want to run down I'm seeing a lot of Rogan's worst comments from the 2010 circulating. I get paid to listen to his podcast at Media Matters, and I want to remind people that he hasn't changed. Here are some of the most hateful things Joe Rogan has said in the past year. A thread. Rogan is far from race, however, they're trying to quell his... that's all this is. They're trying to squash his influence. Like, that's really all, at the end of the day, this is. So, let's take a look. This is... In January, Rogan denigrated Angelina Jolie for developing Bell's palsy, saying there's a rule, crazy pussy is the best pussy. She clearly crazy. He added that's the problem with crazy is crazy. I might not show these videos. I might just play them because, I don't want to get copyright. But y'all can see here.
I do know there's a rule. There's like rules of like physics, there's rules of science. There's a rule. Crazy pussy is the best pussy.
It is.
It's the best.
Bro, people... Now, this guy is a part of the LGBTQ, so maybe he don't know nothing about pussy. But men say that all the time. They say crazy pussy is the best pussy. Now, I ain't really dealing with no crazy women. I know guys love dealing with crazy women, but, I'm not going to really get into what I've done. But anyways, that is something that men say all the time. If you're telling me that him saying that Angelina Jolie is crazy and crazy women got good pussy, then you're telling me that's one of the worst things he said in the past year and a half? He must have said no too much shit that's really that bad. Let's continue listening.
Best pussy.
It is.
She's clearly crazy.
It is.
It's got to be off the charts. She's so pretty.
Yeah,
she's so talented.
She got fat lips. She's like spit on me cute.
They're ridiculous.
Spit
lips.
on me.
Yeah.
Like that's all those crazy girls that stuff shit into their lips. They could only wish they had lips like her. Let me see those lips, Jamie.
Pull up them lips.
Angelina, pull up them lips. Pull up them Angelina Jolie lips. They're outrageous. Those are outrageous.
I was talking about this shit. I was like...
They were so pretty.
Yeah. I was talking about this shit to the homie the other day. I was like, damn, boy.
Let me get a younger Angelina
Jolie.
Jolie.
Find a good one before I pull it back.
Is that a real one? Bell's palsy. She's got Bell's palsy.
I don't know. There's that fake.
That's
one
the problem with crazy too. That's the problem with crazy. Is crazy comes with all sorts of neurotic shit.
She bad though.
Oh, she's so pretty.
So Bella palsy, I think it's like when you got like a little, like your lip kind of like go like that. I didn't even notice that. When I seen her in the Eternals, drop dead gorgeous, beautiful woman, Angelina Jolie. So that's one of the clips that this guy says the worst thing Joe Rogan has said in the past year and a half. Then he's got this one. I just want to show like the people in it and whatever. October 2020, Rogan and his guests repeatedly used an anti-trans slur. Then he lamented, "You can't even say that anymore." So let's take a listen.
Ireland was famous for the 7 words you can't say. That's what put him on the map.
But yeah, he's.
Did he add the one?
He didn't have the N-word.
The 8 words you can't say.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
that's so true.
There's
Now
a
it's
bunch
the
of other
one
ones.
word.
You can't even say.
Now it's the one word.
You can't say tranny.
Because back then,
Yeah.
You can say tranny.
You just did. You son of a bitch.
no, when Carlin was around, you could say the N word.
True.
Probably.
That's very funny.
Yeah, good
That's
point.
why it
That's
wasn't
very
in the
funny.
list.
You said on the news.
Yeah, I said on the
Different
news.
times.
What were the words like shit?
CNN word.
Was it the word shit?
It's like asshole.
It
You
was
can
like
say ass,
dick
but
and
not
shit.
Yeah.
So he said tranny, right? And he's saying it in context. One, like, we cannot live in a society where context does not matter. Now they're laughing about it. They're saying, "Oh, these are the 7 words you can't say." There's a famous George Carlin bit or whatever the fuck. Like, these people are so like. First of all, to have people to watch podcasts, like I said, that's so pussy. Like, that is so pussy. Like I said, we don't have other shit going. Like, this guy can't be an investigative journalist on like what's going on in China with the Uyghurs, or he can't look into like what's going on in the factory farming. Like, he can't do anything better with his time than be a watchdog for Joe Rogan, and then pull up shit like this. And I know there's probably gonna be people in LGBTQ that'll be offended by that, but like I'm sorry. I want to preface this right now before we get into other things. I don't give a fuck what people say about other race. It doesn't affect me, right? Because words honestly they can't hurt me, right? People talk shit all day, every day, and if they're not literally derogatorily speaking about you, if they're just talking about something that relates to a word that you may be offended by, and if you get offended, at the end of the day, I'm a grown ass man. That's on you, big dog. If you cry about that shit, that's on you. If you want to cancel somebody, that's on you. I can't tell you, your community, what y'all want to do to people words. But me, when you watching me on this podcast right here, unless they are literally using the word like, hey, these N words are trash, or these whatever need to be wiped off the earth, then I'll defend you because I don't agree with that. That's hateful shit. But we're talking people just talking, laughing about shit. You're not gonna. Like, people got mad at me. They're like, "You're defending Joe Rogan." Da, 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 da. Bro, because I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to sit here and whine and cry about some shit that somebody said on a podcast. Because I know, and you know, that if we were to dig into any conversation you had privately with your friends, when you was in school, when you got mad at somebody who cut you off, could you just imagine the things we could pull up on you? Everybody wants to act perfect in today's society. And nobody's perfect. So I'm not going to sit here and play perfect police. I'm not going to sit here and play watchdog. He said the N-word. Like, when I brought up Howard Stern and I brought up Joe Biden, I didn't think it should be canceled. I just was pointing out the hypocrisy in it. But, like I said, agendas. So, then he got one Andrew Schultz on here. And then he says, look at how misleading. This is saying, look how misleading this title is, and then we're gonna listen to what was actually said. That's why I said context matters, people. Context matters. August 2020, Rogan claimed some trans people aren't actually trans. They are latching on to this need to get attention or to be special and to be a victim. Look what this guy said. Rogan claimed that trans people are doing this. So let's just take a listen to this.
Transgender people, it's clearly a real thing, and anybody
Transgender people are clearly a real thing.
that say it's not, it's like it's existed throughout history. There's always been people like that.
Yeah.
But what Douglas Murray, I think, was saying was that some of them aren't real.
He's quoting what somebody else said. Are we not allowed to quote what, even if it's not nice? Are we not allowed to quote what somebody else said in a conversation? The first thing he said was transgenderism is real. It's been around forever. There was a guy named blah, blah, blah that said,
Really, that they're just latching on to this need to get attention or to be special or to stand out.
Community,
and
too.
To be a victim in a world where there's not that many victims anymore. You're not experiencing real adversity or real discrimination, so you create discrimination against yourself.
And we will believe some things that aren't there. We're capable of doing that.
For sure.
QAnon.
Psychics.
Yeah, QAnon's just like conservative trannies.
That's the equivalent of if I said, black people have been, Jewish people have been marginalized throughout history. They've been denigrated, whatever. And I go, well, Hitler said that the Jews were the worst scum of the, and then you're like, D-Fran on his episode 99 said that Jews were the most da-da-da. How disingenuous is that? And people eat that shit up. Stupid fucking people on social. I'm sorry. I have no more sympathy for people on social media. If you want to be stupid and you want to believe everything else in social media, don't do your own research. That's on you, big dog. I can no longer give a fuck about people care about social media. I can't do it. It's too tiring. Because you could try to show people the truth. You could try to lead it. Not even, let's say show them the truth. At least fuck it. Show them the truth. Not this manufactured, fake, misleading bullshit that people are showing. Actually show you what's going on, and they'll still believe it. Somebody could say, hey, this person did this right here. And I could literally show them that is not true. And if they do not like that person, or they do not like whatever group or what they're tied to, they still won't believe it. And that's what's wrong with America. That's really what's wrong with America today. Too much tribalism going on. Not enough, hey, let's just see what's going on. Let's get the actual facts. Let's get the actual information. And let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving forward. For example, when Kyle Rittenhouse was exonerated, found not guilty for killing them people, all that narrative of these guys were here for Black Lives Matter and he went out there and killed people for Black Lives Matter, that shit should have been wiped away. The news media should have been honest, like, hey, that one guy who we killed, he was saying the N-word all day. Like, look at that. Literally, think about this. The guy who they were defending that Kyle Rittenhouse killed was literally that day saying the N-word to people. Not in context of a podcast. 2 people. He's got out of a mental hospital. He was a pedophile. He ran after Kyle Rittenhouse. He got killed. People in the media were defending him. Hashtag this guy. But we would have canceled Joe Rogan. Think about that. This guy was saying the dreaded N-word that we're killing Joe Rogan over. They claimed he was there for Black Lives Matter. They claim that Kyle Rittenhouse killed black people. But they'll defend him for the narrative. If Kyle Rittenhouse was Black Lives Matter, and I said this plenty of times, at a Proud Boy rally and kill people, they wouldn't give a fuck. And this goes for both sides. This goes for both sides. Don't get it twisted. Because that scenario I just brought up would have happened, I got a little too excited. We back. Conservatives wouldn't be free him. So they all full of shit. But let's talk about what actually happened. They were lying. And that's what pisses me off. And it pisses me off because people are so easily manipulated by clips they see on Instagram, by clips they see on Twitter, and they just believe it and they run their entire lives off that shit. And they never end up knowing that they're being manipulated. They never realize they're being manipulated by these people. So this is the last one I'm going to play of the Rogan 7 most offensive things in the past year by Media Matters Watchdog.
It's crazy.
Him and Tim
If you
Dillon.
get Megan McKean on, I'll apologize to her in Mandarin
Oh.
for what I've done.
Give me a taste of that. What does that
I don't
sound
even
like?
know. I can't speak any Chinese.
Wow.
Wang yang yong
Is
ya.
that-
Yeah, I'm so bad
Is
at
that
it.
racist to do that, to imitate a sound?
Yeah, but I don't have a deal with Disney.
One
Something like
thing that was real open to me, I'm not political, but like when Trump early on was like, we're pulling out of Afghanistan.
You loved Trump.
I do love Trump.
Rub 'em?
Yeah.
But
he
I
was
say
like,
love?
yeah,
Yeah.
everyone got upset.
Is this Asian?
Oh, no.
Oh,
hate?
shit.
You're going back to
Jamie,
your
edit that
podcast?
in with like a loop over and over again.
You love China.
Don't do it, dude.
Did I say it?
Don't do it.
You lost
I
SNL.
said it how you
Don't do
said
it.
it, right?
There goes Mad TV.
You
Yeah,
can't do
listen,
it.
There goes Mad TV.
You're never gonna be on.
you're never gonna be on.
So imitating Asian accents, racist, whether it was a horrible thing, like, bro, stop it. Now, like I said, I couldn't do that because I told y'all yesterday that I literally did that to my sister's friend, thinking that I was being funny. But maybe for her, it wasn't too funny. But if you were to even speak like an Asian person, like if I was to give you an interpretation of an Asian woman at a hair salon, and I was going to tell you a story about it, like say I went to a beauty supply, right? And I was telling you guys a story like of what this woman said to me. There's nothing wrong with doing imitations of things and people, because that's literally what they sound like. Now, if I'm speaking about somebody who is Asian, see, this is the difference, right? If I'm speaking about the lady at the beauty supply and she speaks like an Asian, because you can't do Chinese sounds without sounding like Chinese. Like I can't go say whatever without sounding Chinese. You just can't. But this is the difference where you get into that prejudice, stereotypical, whatever shit. If I say Asian woman on CNN, Fox, whatever, and she presents as Asian, but she speaks with no accent. And then I get on my show and I say, hey, they had Jenny Wu on there who speaks no accent. And I say she was on Fox News saying, Bangchang Biden. That's different. Or if you got a black person like Steven Crowder likes to do, and they're on CNN, Fox, and they speak just normal like I'm speaking. But since they're black, you go, man, that brother Biden. That's different than saying, hey, the beauty supply lady who just came here from Korea, and she said, get out my store, hurry up and buy it. Like, well, people do it forever. This Media Matters guy, he's a pussy. I'm sorry. The fact that this is a job is some bullshit. Like, we gotta find this guy's pay. Like, how much does it pay to watch Joe Rogan podcast and find bullshit clips like this? Because, like, let's be honest, this is like bottom of the barrel offensive shit that we could have pulled out. We got Chinese, because two of them were Asian. Two of them were mocking Asian people, right? Not even mocking Asian people, just saying like some Asian shit. One of them was saying that Angelina Jolie's crazy. She got crazy pussy, and craziness leads to Bell's palsy. The other one was saying the word tranny. And see, I'm saying this within context. I'm not calling anybody a tranny. I'm saying in context. And so was the other one. Two of them were like that. And then one was a quote he didn't even say. I'm just telling you what we're dealing with, people. We're dealing with people who don't care about facts. We're dealing with people who only want to manipulate people's feelings. Because they know if they could get into people's feelings, they can get you to be activated. Even if it's not true, as long as they can make you feel like you're being an injustice is being brought upon you, then they control you. If I could control your feelings, I control you. Plain and simple. And like I said, I feel like, and I still feel like, they were using the racism thing to, because they knew that racism is a trigger for most black people, especially on social media. They know it. And in this case, I mean, he can get canceled, but they got 70 episodes deleted, whatever. It was trending. I think it's still kind of trending a little bit. And I was watching Kwame Brown, so he made a good point. He was like, if they want to get you the fuck out of here, this is what they do. They get the LGBT community to go at you, or they get the Jewish community to go at you, or they get black women to go after you. If those three groups go after you on social media, you could bet your bottom dollar it may be your last couple of days on social media, at least for the time being. So I think that's all. Like, unless another attack comes out where obviously it's completely out of context, and people can say, and I want to read some of these things. People can say like, "Oh, you're just defending." I'm not even defending Joe Rogan. I'm defending my future self. Because, like I said, if you are not on a certain side, they will come for you. They will try. Like, this just like if you can't see that by now, you're insane. We can find something on every analyst that's on TV. Doesn't matter what side you're on. if we dig deep enough and you've been on the air for at least 20 years, not even 20, 10 years, shit, 5 years, we can find something on you, buddy. We can find it. But it just depends on what side you're on if they're going to actually dig deep to find it. That's just what it is. So what I was saying about the comments is, right, so I was defending Joe Rogan, right, because I'm like, I'm a bootlicker Uncle Tom now, like, right? So this one guy was like, and I like this shit because it's so funny because I used to be like this. I used to say shit like this. So sing for your supper. Racist Republicans love your type. You will be rewarded by the racist conservatives. If black people want to make money, especially on YouTube, just go against your own and say the parts racist whites would love to say, but can't, and will pay people like you. Candace Owens. Bro, he compared me to Jesse Lee Peterson. Larry Elder, Officer Tatum, Conservative Twins, Tim Scott. Very well to say it on behalf of them. Continue to slam the black people. I haven't slammed anybody. You will see your subscribers and views will increase 50-fold in months. Joe Rogan is and always has been a right-wing racist. A right-wing racist who literally a year ago said he would have voted for Bernie Sanders. If he was a right-wing racist, wouldn't he have voted for, which I presume to be all right-wing people are racist, Donald Trump? Anyways, that's why he's one of the most popular, richest podcasts. So he's the most popular podcast because he's rich. I mean, because he's racist and he's right-wing. This is just what I'm saying. Like, people don't even know what the fuck they be talking about. That's why it's hard for me to listen to people in comments when they don't even know what the fuck they be talking about. This is what I'm talking about. This is this emotional shit I'm talking about, where you see something you don't know what you're talking about and you just go crazy. And I know I'm ranting and raving. The fuck it, we on one tonight. It's a late show. We can do whatever we want to do at the late show. He had apologized to keep on making $100 million a year. Racist rich Republicans pay and subscribe to hear him say those things. So if you're the 11 million people that listen per episode are only racist and rich Republicans. Like, how stupid can you be? Say something nice about cult leader Trump also, and you're guaranteed to become a millionaire in a year. And I've said, the thing about this is I've had this take before. I've said before, if you want to become wealthy, be black, and lean super hard conservative. I've said the same things. But as I've really gotten the media, and as I really started watching shit, and as I've realized that a lot of situations are very nuanced, I feel like that take is stupid. Now, I do still feel like some people are maybe not intentionally, but they are used in certain places to speak about certain things. Like, if they only bring you on to speak about like black shit, then obviously you're the person they only want you to speak about this because, you know, that's how it goes. But it doesn't really delegitimize their view on whatever subject they're talking about. So, and the thing is, a lot of people will say these things. Like, they'll take, like, I had a guy, salute to him. I ain't really trying to drag him through the mud, right? Because he's been supporting me since the beginning. But literally, I had a guy watch my Rogan video, got mad because I wasn't mad or I was defending him. And he said he unsubscribed. It takes one disagreement for people to want to unsubscribe today. One disagreement. I have over 600 videos on my channel. And you'll agree with one thing. And my channel, I've said every episode, I want this to be a channel where everybody can disagree, but have communication about whatever. I'm not sitting up here as the fucking holy grail leader. I know every goddamn thing. You guys need to listen to me because I'm going to tell you everything you need to know. No. I'm just on here seeing what I want to see, what I want to talk about, and giving my opinion on it. But yeah, he told me he resubscribed now. But I was just shocked. Like, damn, like one disagreement to unfollow. That's why fans are fickle. Now, I wouldn't say fans, but supporters are fickle. It take one disagreement to unfollow. And I was like, it just baffled me. So, let's get into this. Right? Because this is something that's been going around on social media. Everybody's talking about it right now. The Biden administration to fund programs that hand out crack pipes to prevent infection and promote racial equity. Now, this is going to be interesting because I don't know how crack pipes equate to racial equity, but I am very interested to find out what that means. So, the $30 million grant program will distribute funds to nonprofits and local governments to make drug use safer and advance racial equity. Including the grant is money to purchase safe smoking kits and supplies. A spokesperson for the, it's Human Health Services, said including these kits could be pipes for users to smoke substances like crack, cocaine, and crystal methamphetamine. HHS said that the kits will serve to limit the risk of infection. Typical users smoke out of glass pipes, which can lead to cuts and sores that become infected. Handing out pipes is also intended to prompt users to smoke rather than inject themselves with some substance like meth, and injection as far riskier. It is against the law to sell or distribute drug paraphernalia, including such pipes, unless authorized by state, local, or federal law. So, there's literally people that have been arrested for like having drug paraphernalia, tickets, whatever you want to call it, probation, and we're going to fund, we're just going to give away $30 million to fund it. So the $30 million grant program, which accepted applications until Monday, so we're accepting we're accepting applications. Now, to be fair, I don't know. Are we talking about applications from large, from states to get them? Obviously, places like LA, we see the needles all over the place. They might want the pipes. Are we saying states are applying, or this can't be like the COVID test where we can just get on and apply for crack pipes? It cannot be like that. Which accepted applications until Monday and will begin doing out money in May. Intends to provide funds to nonprofits, and I could have just kept fucking reading. I would have seen that. To nonprofits and local governments to make drug use safer to advance racial equity. Including the grant is money to purchase safe smoking supplies kits. A spokesperson told the Washington Beacon that including these kits, pipes for smokers, subs, crack, cocaine. So, handing out pipes is also intended to promote users to smoke rather than inject. Why do they put that at the top and put it in the article? Applicants from the program get priority if they serve undeserved communities such as African American or Native or LGBTQ. So if you got black crackheads, Native American crackheads, LGBTQ crackheads, you get the crack pipes first. We're going to give you guys the crack pipes. We're going to funnel it to you guys. Doesn't that something just seem wrong with that? Now, I watch Soft White Underbelly. So I have a empathy and sympathy for drug users. Maybe not violent ones, but when you hear these people's stories, like I said, Soft White Underbelly, it's a very great YouTube channel. You see how they kind of get to that place, right? And obviously drugs, they fucking rot the brain. You can't really control yourself. You're an addict. You're addicted. It fucks you up. I get it. But doesn't that just sound crazy? We're giving $30 million for crack pipes and other paraphernalia. The crack cocaine epidemic starting in the 1980s disproportionately ravaged the black community. Obviously, we know about the crack era, fucking up the family unit, fucking up everybody, really. Crack at one point was cool. It was a cool thing to do. It was like a recreational. And then I feel like that's when they started mixing the shit up, and that's when the shit got crazy. That's when you got the super addicts. That's when you got the fathers not in the homes, the mothers having crack baby, all this shit going on in the 80s. So other harm reduction or supplies that can be purchased with the grant money include testing equipment for sexually transmitted diseases, overdose reversal medication, medication lock boxes, syringes, and substance kits. The grant program lasts 3 years and also includes 25 awards of up to $400,000. It is against the law to sell or distribute drug paraphernalia. There were an estimated 100,000 drug overdose deaths in the 12-month period ending in April 2021, according to the CDC. A 28.5% increase from just the year prior. 3/4 of those deaths involved opioids, many of them being synthetic opioids such as methamphetamine or fentanyl. Cities like San Francisco and Seattle have experimented with their own crack pipe kit distribution program. Others have backed away from such plans. Louisville, Kentucky allowed convenience stores to sell drug kits before later banning them from doing that. Meanwhile, the Justice Department signaled Monday it may allow safe injection sites to open up across the U.S. Such sites would be safe havens where drug users could use heroin and other narcotics freely without risking arrest as an environment monitored by health professionals. Now, I ain't gonna lie, like, the crack pipe shit sounds crazy. Even the continuation, even if it's a safe site, right? Because the safe site is meant to, you're here, because I watch Chicago Med, right? And in one episode, Will, who's a doctor at Chicago Med, he was dealing with a girl who was addicted. She was a doctor at the hospital as well. He went to a safe injection site. Well, actually, no. He had a patient who was an addict, and he let her go. She went back on the streets. She died over a thing. So he felt that morally he got to do something. So he went to the safe injection sites, and he used to use his time there. They give the people the drugs. You sit there. You get your high, and they monitor you. So, you know, if you overdose, they hit you with whatever they hit you with. You're kind of good to go. That's what it is. I just don't feel like long-term that is something that you want in society. Like, I feel like, and I know it's easy to say because I'm not addicted to drugs. I know that, saying this. I'm not addicted to drugs. But you would think it'd be more like, let's invest money in like easy access to rehabilitation centers. More support, you know, group reform or whatever the fuck. Job placement for former addicts. Like homes, like group homes for former addicts to kind of like, you know, try to get their life back on track. And I know it's not going to be 100% success rate. I know every addict isn't going to, not going to relapse. We know that. But it just seems weird, like federal government with the promotion of it, right? When back in the day, I mean, they was promoting it back then. I mean, honestly, they was giving the drugs to the hood. Like, that's the whole premise of Snowfall. The CIA was giving drugs to the hood to fund a war in, where was it, Peru, something like that? Got all them addicted to crack in L.A. and surrounding areas. So they could fund a support mission in wherever it was, Peru. So this feels like racial equity for black people. Oh, we're going to give it to the underserved black communities, yada, 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 like that. Like, it feels like, well, we're not going to, you know, fix the incarceration rates of black people that were disproportionately affected back then with crack and cocaine. And there's reasons why you get more time for crack than cocaine, because back in the day, cocaine was like a rich, elite white drug, and crack was a lower income drug. And we know we want you low income motherfuckers to go to prison. Us cokehead elite, we don't want to go to prison. So, you know, they say like a little bit of crack will get you a long ass time to like a big ass bag of coke back in the day. So this is one of them weird policies where they're trying to like help the black community, because that's like when you say racial equity, when you say we're gonna give it to the black undeserved, the black communities first, they're gonna get the crack pipes. It's like, I don't think that's what black people is asking for, Biden. I don't think this is something that black people's like, yeah, let's get. Hey, we need the racial equity with the crack pipes. I get it, y'all made a lot of black people crack fiends and shit like that, but keep it coming. It's safe. Put it injection sites, all that shit. But you know, keep the crack coming. Make it safer. Give me a crack pipe. Like I said, I know there's more nuance to it. I know there is, right? I get that it sounds, we're trying to make it safer for the drug addicts. I seen the guy on the Breakfast Club who like says, he's like a professor and he does like heroin like every day. He's like a functioning heroin addict or something like that. But that's not everybody. So the DOJ and Associated Press, it was evaluating such facilities and taking up regulatories about the appropriate guardrails. The DOJ under the Trump administration had prosecutors who fought aggressively against the plan to open safe consumption sites in Philadelphia. Although we cannot comment on pending litigation, the department is evaluating supervised consumption sites, including discussions with state and local regulators about appropriate guardrails for such sites and part of an overall approach to harm reduction and public safety, the agency said in a statement Friday to the AP. A divided appeals court last year ruled that safe injection sites would violate a 1980s-era drug law aimed at crack houses. The Supreme Court in October declined to take up the case. So I guess there's a law that's like, hey, I mean, it's safe ejection was kind of like a crack house. About 6 weeks later, the first official authorized safe ejection sites opened in New York City. The 2 facilities, which the city calls overdose prevention centers, provide a monitored place for drug use to partake, with staff and supplies on hand to reserve overdose. It's like, what do you do? Like, I just want to know how this process works. Like, okay, say I'm a drug addict. I go to the safe ejection site. Like, I don't want people to die. Like, I don't want people to overdose. I get it. So I get the dope. You give me my dope. A doctor gives me the dope. And then I chill for a little while, get my high, and then I just go back like to the streets. There's no like, hey, we have this. We know you're addicted. Hey, here's some places we can help you. Hey, if we're going to have you here, we're going to wean you off eventually. We're going to do this like this. We don't want you to be a drug addict. We don't want you to keep coming here and taking drugs. Like, Timmy, we've seen you here every day this week. We can't keep giving you the dope. Like, where does that aspect of the money go to? That's what I want to know. Where does the after part go to? Because I just can't wrap my mind around the concept of like, hey, let's just keep giving these people drugs. We're in a safe environment, but keep giving them crack. I'm glad they're not getting the fentanyl and overdosing, but we're gonna give them the good crack or the good fentanyl, whatever the hell y'all gonna give it to. And where they getting the crack from? They gotta be giving them fentanyl. But anyways, it just doesn't make any sense to me. If this was Biden's plan for racial equity, black people wouldn't look for this. If this was supposed to be like reparations for the 90 whatever crime bill and shit like that, this ain't what black people was looking for. I can tell you that right now. I know, nigga, you ain't black, nigga. I'm black and black and Italian. Stop it. So, anyways, speaking of things that need paying attention to because they are drastically increasing. I talk about this damn near every day. I feel like we're seeing young men being killed every day, young black men being killed every day in this scene. So this is from the New York Daily News. New York City drill rap music scene eyed by NYPD as fuel of a spat in gun violence. Now, they got every goddamn ad in the world popping up. Anyways, NYPD cops trying to get a handle on the spat of gun violence plaguing neighborhoods across the city have run up against a special brand of warfare inflamed by riotous rap lyrics. Rappers getting killed over slights and beefs is sadly nothing new. The industry and music fans are still mourning the East Coast, West Coast rivalry deaths of Tupac and B.I.G. Now, these are completely different than B.I.G. and Tupac. I know they diss each other, but what these new young guys are doing is completely, in my opinion, different than what was going on back then. But this strain is something different. Investigators say claiming the lives of talented artists before they barely get a chance to launch their careers. These guys aren't even making it before they're dead. They got a buzz and they're getting killed. Biggie and Tupac were Biggie and Tupac before they got killed. They were rap superstars when they got killed. Now, they say, oh, you're a superstar, so you can get killed. But my point is, these guys are like the ink isn't even dry yet on the record deal. And they walking outside and getting killed. Investigators say gang rivalry is still at the root of some of the latest shootings involving rap musicians, but the drill rap genre, born of violent and gritty street life and characterized by a grim, deadpan delivery, only adds fuel to the gang war fire. The music definitely inflamed the situation, said NYPD Deputy Chief Joseph Gulata, commanding officer of detectives in Brooklyn South. But these are gang shootings. I think sometimes rap and lyrics ignite, cause some issues, but I don't think that's the underlying motive at the end of the day. Now, I get as fans of rap music. It brings people back to a time when they were trying to ban rap music. They were trying to get the FCC or FEC, whatever, to put a damper on rap music. They were blaming rap music for it. I get that. But like at a certain point, you do kind of got to look at shit like this music is fueling destruction in these communities. Not all rap music. Not Drake. Not Kendrick. Not even like Lil Baby. Not Rod Wave. I don't really feel like Polo G. I know Lil Durk, they got they shit, so that could be, you could misconstrue that. You could see that how shit can get active kind of with that music sometimes. I get that. That's some Chicago GD shit going on. But these like drill rappers, these young kids that ain't on the map yet that we don't really know about, they in records dissing dead, like people that live like 2 blocks away, 3 blocks away. Like, bro, you're still living in the neighborhood. They're gonna find you. And it's unfortunate because I don't want to see no young kid that got the deal of their life was about to potentially be able to pull their family out of poverty. Like, I don't know if everybody's family is in poverty, but about to be able to pull their family out of poverty, be killed. We talking about 16, 17. They even hit 21. They can't even get a drink. Some of these kids can't even legally smoke cigarettes before they get killed. So last week, rising Brooklyn rapper, and I don't even know who this guy is. T. Wu was fatally shot outside his home in Canarsie just hours after signing a record contract. They said the ink isn't even dry. The rapper, whose real name was Tajay Dobson, 22, was shot in the head at 2:20 Tuesday on Avenue L near E, 98th Street. He died at Brookdale University Hospital. No arrests at the time been made. Officials say Dobson was not in the police department's gang database, but he was affiliated with members of the G-Stone Crips, a Canarsie-based crew. Dobson was credited for inventing the viral woo-walk dance, a move so popular that Cardi B did it with Offset. On January 27th, rapper Nas Blicky barely survived a gun ambush that left him wounded in the back and legs. Cops and relatives said the entertainer, whose real name is Nasir Fisher, was surrounded outside a deli on Rogers Ave in Prospect Lefferts Garden and gunned down as he ran for his life. No arrests have been made. So killers, attempted murders are still in the streets, running around in these places. His parents said he was ambushed by rivals after a round of bitter trash talk on social media. They said he was so put off by the shooting and culture, he plans to give up his stage name and reinvent himself. So Nas Blicky's like, fuck the Blicky shit. Forget all that. I need to change. Now, I don't know if that's just for publicity or that, not even just for publicity, but I mean, like, I don't know if that's like a PR thing, because you got to think like a lot, even with Rolling Loud, like a couple years ago, Rolling Loud was given a notice by NYPD that, hey, this list of rappers cannot perform at Rolling Loud due to the violence they may be potentially involved with within the city. And New York drill has only grew since that point. That was when it was like Chef G, Sleepy Hollow, 22 G's. Like, that was when it was just them. Now it's just grew, I would say, astronomically since then. There's a new Brooklyn, Bronx. I ain't really seen Harlem drill. I could be wrong. There could be Harlem drill. But I haven't really seen these people. But this, like, it's like even, like, I don't know. Because I did a video about my son. He said, we can't really blame the music. We got to blame the circumstances that create these things for these kids to be in. I get that. But, like, are these kids elite? Are they like, and this isn't an excuse, but are they dealing drugs? Are they fighting over turf? Or are they just murdering each other over social media trash talk? Over social media tribalism of, this is my area. Like, I get if it's like, on some power shit, like, hey, man, 68th and Lennox, that's my territory. You taking my money. I'm not saying I get it. Like, I think you should be killing each other. But I for that culture, I get it. But if it's just like, we talking shit on social media, you were born over here in these projects, I was born over here, we just killing each other for trash talk? At 17, 15, like the guy who actually shot the police officer like last week, what name, C Blue, like 15 or 16, something like that. These is babies being killed. When I was 16, I thought I knew everything. I ain't know shit. When I was 17, I thought I knew everything. I ain't know shit. Give me some water. So it's weird when I see people criticizing people like a DJ, what's his name? A DJ Drewski for saying he don't want to play that music no more. They was criticizing. Oh, well, you played in the beginning. Well, all right, yeah, okay. Now I can see the ramifications of what this music is doing to the community. At first, it felt like it was all fun and games, right? It felt like, oh, Pop Smoke, that's just fun. 504, and that's just fun. We didn't see now it feels like every week a new up and coming Brooklyn, Bronx, whatever drill rapper is being killed. Now something is going on here. Yes, we can equate the circumstances. Yes, the circumstances have something to do with it. But we cannot discount that the attention of the music also had the jealousy, envy, whatever, has something to do with it. You cannot discount that. You just cannot. In that culture, that shit just breeding more death, despair, and trauma in the community. That's what it's doing. Salute to you if you watch it right now late at night. Salute to you. I'm going on a rant. So I don't know I'm not saying what to do. I'm not saying, oh, well, just ban all drill music. I don't know. Because they're still going to make it. People still going to listen to it. I listen to drill music, but I listen to like commercial drill music. Like it didn't feel. Now maybe let me say this. I could be naive, right? Because when I used to say I listen to drill music, it was like Pop Smoke's album after he died, or like Dior. Like maybe he was named. I don't know. Maybe he was subtly dissing people, but it doesn't feel like as overt as a lot of new shit is. They say fuck it. Westside Diego, fuck him. I ain't fuck with him. Southside Jacob, they're like, hey, you know who I'm talking to. So this is the last thing I'm gonna get into because, like I said, this podcast I just see shit. I want to play it. I'm like, what the fuck is this? We gotta talk about it. So y'all know how a couple days ago I did a video or a part of the podcast. I did Hassan Campbell, New York, his work, street legend. He was on Academics podcast. I react to a little bit of it, the discussion about Kwame Brown. And he says, I'm here for the people. I'm here for the streets. I'm here to like uplift the young brothers. Some of this ain't cool. But just look at the type of conversations that grown ass men get into on Clubhouse. And I know people say, oh, you're not qualified to speak about this. You ain't from the hood. You ain't from the street. Yeah, all right. I can still look at something and be like, these are two grown ass men arguing about some dumb ass shit. But I'm gonna let you be the judge. I'm not gonna be the judge. I'm gonna let you be the judge. This is about 2 minutes and 4 seconds in. Take a listen.
With your organization. Bro. You wasn't. I was in 2 Upper. You couldn't go to 2 Upper, bro. What is you talking about, bro?
I was in 2 Upper too.
No, you wasn't.
They're arguing about being in prison. They're arguing about what they was doing in prison. Two grown ass men. I was on record doing this. Like, huh? This is what the popular Clubhouse shit is on Clubhouse. Not for all black people. Definitely not for all black people. I see people doing their business shit. I see people doing their marketing shit. But the shit that goes viral is street dudes getting on Clubhouse and figuring out who's the most street. That's what they do on Clubhouse. At least the shit that goes viral.
I was in 2 Upper on the other side. Fuck is you talking about? Bro, I wasn't 2 Upper, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? My name was ringing on Rikers Island. Your name wasn't, pussy. You lying. Telling niggas I was in shock. You telling niggas you lying on me.
Hey, yo, hold on.
I'm not finished. I am not finished. You lying, nigga. You lying on my reputation because you can't stand the fact that I'm official in the street. And right now, it ain't even about me being in the street.
Yo, PTR your back. Yo, listen, check my PTR, y'all. Listen.
PTR means like your profile picture on Clubhouse. He said PTR your history. So we not comparing motherfucking credit scores. We not comparing motherfucking finances. We ain't comparing motherfucking real estate profiles. We not comparing successful life statistics. Pull up your background. Put it as your profile picture. Let me see how the charges you got. Let's take a look. He gonna put the other guy, not his son. I ain't really see his son do it. We gonna see the other guy. He gonna put his charges as profile picture. Let's take a look. He's proud of this.
That I'm shining, nigga.
Listen, check my PTR, y'all. You do this. Show me your PTR or your history, all these bodies and all this stuff you caught.
So I don't know if y'all can see this. Right? I'm gonna read it real quick because I want to read y'all the charges this guy got. So it shows 1994. I'm gonna read everything. 1994. So this guy's he's a life of crime. Whoever tried gangs, I don't know. Not in the gang shit, I don't know. But I just randomly seen this on YouTube. It was like played the next video. And I was like, what the fuck they arguing about? Prison? Anyways, 1994, robbery second degree, aided by other. Same 1994, robbery first degree. 1995, intent for fraud. These are all charges for 96. Robbery. 99, LVSS, personal injury. 99, CSCS, third narcotic drug. 2000, gang assault. 2001, resisting arrest. 2001, assault, serious injury. 2001, burglary, third degree. Narcotics. 2001, criminal possession of marijuana. 2002, criminal trespassing. 2002, menacing second stalking. 2003, murder, second degree, intentional. 2003, obstruction of governmental admin. 2015, violation of local law. 2017, aggravated unlicensed operating of a vehicle. And something else, obstructing government admin. Why is that, like, why are they having a pissing contest over who's been the most lawless? Why is that something that people, like, why is that a badge of honor? Like, I get when people say, like, hey, I respect it when you say, hey, I came from a situation where I had to do what I had to do to survive. And I'm not that person no more. But like I said, I don't know all Trife Gangsta's content. Maybe he doesn't do this all the time. But why would you even feel the need to do this to get in a pissing contest? Because like I said, I read great book, everybody speaking of Black History Month. Tamika Mallory's State of Emergency. Right? Great book. She had my son do a chapter by himself. Everybody shits on my son. Everybody talks about shit about my son. He's an ambulance chaser. He's whatever. He's this, he's that. Great. He was describing what led him to get into a life of crime. His mama, I don't know what type of drug, I'm going to say crack. There's no disrespect, but I believe it's what he said. She was addicted to crack. She used to sell their food stamp card, because they were poor, they lived in the projects, to the drug dealers to buy crack. So as a young man, he had to become the man of a house to feed him and his other siblings that his mama ended up having after she was addicted to crack. He said the only way I could make money in the hood was to sell dope. He couldn't go to school no more because he had to take care of his siblings because his mama was addicted to crack or whatever drug. I don't see him glorifying what he said. I'm from that. But these niggas on Clubhouse, he put it in his profile picture like it's something amazing. Like, you got like put your credit score on there, put your net worth, put your like. What other place would anybody do this? And it'd be like celebrate, like, oh yeah, oh, he a real one, big dog, you a real one. No, that's stupid. I was a big dog in prison. No, I was a big dog in prison. I was running shit like what? And he's like 40 years old, and I don't know how old Trife Gangsta is, but Trife Gangsta has been committing crimes since 94. When I was born, he's got to be in his 40s by now, at least, right?
Just check my PTR. You show me your history, Buster. That's what I want you to do. Show me your history. All this work you put in. That's my rap sheet right there, homie. And there's still cases there. Stop playing with me.
And it's still cases. What? Why is that a goddamn good thing? That is not good, people. That's not good. I just don't understand. I just don't understand the mentality of this. See, I always say this. Without all the bullshit with Kwame Brown that be doing sometimes, and I know he be responding to a lot of people, but still, like, it just be dragged out shit. He be having them fucking messages. He said, in the black community, black men are only considered real, and I might be butchering it, if they just consider criminal. People would look at somebody like me, and like I said, I'm not Mexican, I'm not Arab, half Italian, half black. They would look at me and say, you a square. You ain't a real nigga. Because I don't commit crime, right? I don't commit a lengthy crime rap sheet. But him, salute. You could go with, like, it just doesn't make sense, the glorification of it. Like, they're arguing on Clubhouse about their rap sheet. Like, let me just say this. I got in trouble when I was in high school because I took a shirt from Village, right? I didn't get charged. I didn't, whatever. You know, they just took me to the little station, called my mama, whatever. At that point, I knew I didn't want to be a criminal. At that point, I knew jail wasn't for me. So all this, you a criminal, so you are solidified, you real, being a criminal is not a hard thing to do. You just got to do it. You can go out right. You can go outside right now and become a murderer, a robber. I don't want to get into other shit because I don't want you to be a murderer or a robber. But let's stick to his charges. So what is the badge of honor? And we could probably pin the checklist that all those crimes committed, all them robberies, all of the attempted murder was probably done against black people. So if this is what that guy Eli was telling me about when I was talking about bashing black people, then hey, whatever. Because I just don't get the glorification of it. And I'm sure y'all in the chat don't get the glorification of it either. These two grown-ass men using their rap sheets as a stepping stone for the hierarchy in whatever the hell they talking about. Look at the title of the room. Hassan Campbell put work in. Trife don't have no, like, I don't know, man. But people like shit like that. They glorify it. They big them up. You're the realest. Congrats. But, you know, that's how it goes. So, it's late. I'll be here for an hour and 20 minutes. I really appreciate everybody rocking with me. Salute Trey, say lit, salute DMW22. Damn, I can't scroll. Oh, salute Eco Praise, salute Harris Walton. Appreciate whoever else is watching who ain't comment. That's fine. I fuck with you. Appreciate you for watching. If you still watching right now, though, tomorrow night we back for the monthly verses that'll never happen. It is me and Bryce, Absolute Sure Podcast. Make sure you check out the Joe Rogan episode we just did. I'm Beyonce, he Rihanna. Those things matter because your vote matters. We only go, the winner is based on your vote. So if you ain't got shit to do tomorrow around 9:30, you want to come kick it, listen to some music, fuck it, we chilling. Make sure you're there tomorrow. I appreciate you guys for watching, listening. I'll see you guys tomorrow.